Thank you, you two, for joining me. And I wanted to go over the what we were going to be talking about before we get started. Um, the If I remember correctly, your guys' situation is there's a conflict between you two regarding running low on supplies and for construction materials for the jobs that you've been working on, and the slowdowns and stoppages of work that have been resulting of those supply issues. Um, as you guys both know, the company is trying to expand and move more into this commercial direction, and um, so we need to resolve these issues as quick as possible so we can get back to work. Before we get started, I wanted to lay some ground rules. I am going to be playing the role of an observer and to help guide you on this, but generally it's going to be you two talking. Um, in our pre-meeting, you guys both agreed to uninterrupted time for this meeting, and you would agree to stay at the meeting until we've come to a resolution, and that neither of you guys would leave the meeting until we're all happy with the results that we've gotten. With that said, who would like to begin?
Let me tell you what the problem is. I've got this job that I'm trying to get completed, and I can't get the materials to finish the job. Now, I've tried asking Chris for these materials, but Chris will not order them until he finds a good price. Now, the problem is that we have a deadline to have this completed, and I understand that Chris is used to, you know, trying to get the best price and stay under budget. But that's not the case here. We need to get this done by a certain time.
Okay, so I must say that I am definitely used to our usual time frame, our usual framework of how we do things here. I've been in the company for a while as well, so I'm, quite used to how we do things. Now, if there's a more major issue going on that I don't know about, then I'm guessing this is you bringing it to my attention, but literally had no idea that there was an issue on top of just normal slowdowns and things like that. So if we can clarify that, that'll be great.
Now, you see, you don't understand what's going on out here at the job site because you're sitting in the office. But with the company wanting to move in the direction of going to more commercial business and getting away from the government contracts a little bit, we're going to be working more on time constraints and not so much on budget constraints. So we need to have the materials ordered when we need them and not for the best price.
So you're saying that we would need to order supplies basically based on time, not based on price, is basically what you're saying right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So things are moving in that direction. That is true. I am under the impression that we're moving towards more commercial sites. So thank you for bringing this to my attention. I'm kind of wrapping my head around this now because I honestly was just under the impression that this just normal slowdowns were happening. So yeah, I would love to see how we can go about fixing this now that I know.
I just feel that you don't understand what we have to go through out there at the job site.
That's fair. I'll give you that. I'm not out there 100% of the time, so I'll give you that. I'm here to try to move the company forward, in the direction of commercial sites as well. So whatever
Yeah,
needs to be done.
Jerry, it it sounds to me like Chris is understanding your concern about expediting the materials to the job site. Is that a a way that you think you could help resolve these types of issues in the future?
What I would like to see happen is if I put in a purchase order to get supplies that we need for this job site, that Chris goes ahead and orders those supplies because
That
we need them.
that sounds like what Chris is saying to you. Would that sound like um, in commercial jobs like this, prioritizing the time over the price for these types of orders? Does that sound like an adequate way to handle this problem from on your end?
Yes.
Yes, excellent. And Chris, is this something that you think that you could work into your process, separating the commercial and the government jobs, and applying these different rules to the different programs?
Yes, it's going to be something that I'm going to have to wrap my head around, maybe a week or two to wrap my head around it. But I definitely would love to, assist the company in any way to move forward.
For both of you two, if for whatever reason an issue like this were to come up in the future, what would you think would be the best way to handle it moving forward?
Well, I would have preferred if Jerry came to me and just, kind of let me know. So, because this is kind of detrimental to the company's overall bottom line. So I guess in the future, I'm going to be more open to receiving feedback.
I appreciate that. Jerry, is there any feedback you'd give if something like this were to happen again in the future?
Well, I can go to Chris and talk about it and make sure that we can get, make sure that Chris understands that we need these materials as soon as we can get them.
Excellent. Excellent. I appreciate that. And I thank you both for meeting me. How would you guys feel about meeting both of you guys in about a month to see how things are going, see if you guys have established these new plans? Does that sound appropriate?
Yep, sounds good to me.
I've got some deadlines coming up, but I think I can probably squeeze you in.
Thank you, Jerry. And thank you, Chris.
Absolutely.
Thanks.